everyone. While the Covid-19 pandemic continues, the number of cases and the deaths are monitored with great care all over the world. Vaccination campaigns in the United States and Europe continue at full speed. While the number of cases and the deaths in many countries is declining, in some poorer countries, the number of cases is sounding alarm at all-time high. Rwanda, which has had quite calm days since the beginning of the pandemic, is currently shaken by the rapidly increasing number of cases and the deaths. According to data released by the Rwanda Ministry of Health on June 16, the presence of nearly 30,000 patients was announced. It is stated that approximately 380 people have died since the first COVID case was diagnosed in Rwanda. While living conditions that are getting worse and bringing the government and the public face to face, the lack of measures is striking. The very slow progress of the vaccination campaign shows the difficulties experienced in the supply of vaccines, and it seems unlikely that Rwanda will successfully survive the pandemic in the short term. In Rwanda, where economic conditions are getting worse, as in the rest of the world, President Paul Kagame is held responsible for the increasing living cost and inadequate health services. Rwanda's economy, which was known as the African miracle about 10 years ago, was striking with its annual growth figures of up to 9%. In Rwanda, whose economy has been shrinking due to the recent political turmoil and the COVID-19 pandemic, the possibility of President Kagame's authoritarian identity turning into a dictator is often spoken. Paul Kagame has a political career of nearly 20 years, the most important political figure in Rwanda since the end of the civil war. The position of the country, which is rapidly falling to the bottom of the list in terms of freedom of the press and the personal freedoms, is closely watched by the democracy communities. Despite all these negativities, Rwanda draws attention with its dynamic young population. The roadmap to be followed by the Rwandan government after the COVID-19 pandemic is one of the issues that citizens wonder. What kind of future awaits Rwanda? Positive or negative? The question is a big mark in the mind. Thank you.